and are ready, Jocelyn, to go to church for Happy New Year chant. Congratulations. I want to felicitate. I want to congratulate. I want to also join in the mood with you. May the new year be good for all of us and prosperous. May whatever we wished to achieve in 2024, but which we could not, and previous years come to fruition in the year 2025. But I want to say a few things in case you are waiting for the prophecy for 2025. I have only one for you. The prophecy is that if you are going to say the same prayer point you said last year, 31st into 1st of January, and previous years too, you are going to repeat the same thing. The prophecy is that you will still say it again next year, because it is not a course. So, because to do the same thing the same old way and expect different results is definition of what somebody called ness. But then what I want to say is this. You see, it's just another tick in time. It's just like a change in calendar. It's just the same way every day changes. At If you think that whatever you chant into the air between 12 a.m and 12:01 the next day is going to determine what happens throughout the next 365 days. I am so sorry, it's a brainwash. uh but let's put a scenario. If you really want 2025 to be better for you, I know a simple thing you can do. The simple thing is that you can make sure that whatever you want in 2025, you can start planning it immediately if you had not already started planning it. I remember in 2012, 2011, uh, crossover into 2012, I was still an assistant pastor at the Redeemed Christian Church of God at the time. We prayed into the new year, and then after we got home, we sweated. Oh. We asked people to bring their prayer point to write them prayer point for year 2020 2012, to write them down and wrap it. We prayed, we burnt them in front of the church and said, like a burnt offering that God is going to answer. We got back home after we slept and woke up. We woke up to the news that the federal government had increased fuel pump price to from 65, was it, or from how much to one and something. And then it turned out that we were going to be protesting. That was the time I decided, excuse me, if we were in church throughout, but while we were praying, some people were praying. There's difference between pray, Pray, and pray on you, that is Prey. We were praying in church. Diziani, Alice, Madweke, Jonathan, and the rest of their cohorts were busy planning on us, how we will come back to the news that fuel price had gone up. You understand what I mean? So while you are praying, and Jonathan left 2015, Buhari came, you still prayed every 31st. And that one was, send you wherever you go and pray. If you like, go to mountain, if you like, go to church or Nasfat or whatever. It still didn't matter to all these people. What they wanted was whatever they wanted to achieve, they will still achieve. So what they did was, as you are praying, they are planning to pray on you, and their plan always succeeded. So for me, whatever you want for 2025, sit down at home. I'm not saying don't go to church at all. I will still go tonight, for instance. I will go at 10 minutes before 12, because I don't have the time to go and sit down and pray from 9 p.m. or is it 10 p.m. till 12 and listen to same sermon I've been listening to ever. I don't have the time. I'm sorry. I'll sleep. I'll eat. I just finished, preparing my chicken for the new year. I'll eat, and 10 minutes too, just for paparazzi, just to go and catch cruise too. I'll join the crowd, shout Happy New Year 10 minutes to 12, and come back home. But don't lose yourself, don't lose your energy into the fluff of shouting Happy New Year by going to pray from 8 p.m. Like some people are already in church right now, I understand. To go and shout, to go and pray, dance, sweat, deceive themselves, and then shout Happy New Year and come back home. By the time you get back home, you stay. By the time you wake up, those who are not in church are busy deciding what you will come back to. So, my prophecy again is that if you plan well for yourself, you do well in 2025. But if you are expecting or relying on whatever prayer you are saying, you are wasting your time. I'm just dropping this because I understand many people are already in church, but they will come back to it if they will meet it. But let's be teaching ourselves sense. I understand that it's just changing time. It is people who decided that every 31st they will organize themselves to shout and chant into the air like every other day and come back home and it's a new year and things will automatically change. Nothing is automatically changing. Well, the only thing you have is what you have prepared for or planned for. Nothing is going to change all by itself. It's not going to happen anywhere. But this is it. We are on planet Earth, and this is 2024 in Nigeria. 2024. The time is different somewhere else, right? In Ethiopia, for instance, they are still, I think, about 6 or 7 years behind. Aha. But it doesn't still mean that they are behind in everything. No, we are in 2024. It's just a date, it's just a calendar. But they are far ahead, but their date is still behind. Nothing changes. It's still the same. So I think about around the September 11, they will now change into the new year, unlike our own time. But the same planet Earth is the same. We are looking at the same sky, we are on the same Earth, but the times are different. So if you are deceiving yourself in the AB, it's just brainwash. If you are deceiving yourself, shouting now, God, we are entering into New Year, it's just the time scheduled for your own calendar in your own country. It doesn't change what the firmament is. It doesn't change the universe. It doesn't change the multiverse. It doesn't change the omniverse. It doesn't change who you are. You will not enter the new year 12:01 a.m. You are shouting Happy New Year. It doesn't transform you into another being automatically. Don't deceive yourself. The only thing that changes about you is whatever skill you have acquired, whatever plan you have used it to lay down for yourself, and the implementation thereafter. So if you are thinking that because you went into the church, you shouted Happy New Year and you sweated and prayed into the new year, you automatically transform. I'm sorry, it's another superstition, another myth, another another delusion, another illusion. And you have been doing it for how long? Please, when are you going to change? When exactly are you going to change? So I just want to say that yes, go to church, enjoy yourself, but don't be under any illusion that because the time is changing from 12 o'clock, 12 a.m. to 12:01, you have automatically also transformed and some things are changing about your life, and is a lie. But the question is, for how long will this lie last on you? Tomorrow is just another day. It's just another, just like yesterday into today, change from 30 to 31st. It's the same way today. Calendar reset. It's only calendar that is resetting. Only date is resetting. The earth is not resetting. Your life is not resetting, except you reset it by your own deliberate plans. The firmament is not resetting. The sky is not resetting. The earth is not resetting. Nothing is really resetting. So thinking that you are shouting into the year from 12 o'clock into 12:01 and shouting Happy New Year is transforming anything, stop deceiving yourself. The same earth now, we are already going into 2020. They said we are going into 2025. Ethiopia is still in 2017 or is it 2016? Some 7-8 years behind. And they are not doing Happy New Year like us. But guess what? Nigeria, when Buhari was in power, your Minister of Aviation, Hadi Sirika, went to borrow aircraft from Ethiopia. The same country that is still in 2016 now. We are in 2024, they are in 2016 or 2017 now. We went back. It simply means your country went back to 2017 or 2016 to go and borrow aircraft to disguise and lie to you that they have Nigeria Airline. And you're in 2024. You went to borrow from 2016. So the name you give to your date or codification you give to your calendar has nothing to do with what you have planned for yourself and your country. I don't know if I'm making sense, but it doesn't have to. I don't have to. I'm talking to Nigerians anyways, so I understand. VDM already told you. I'm sorry. Shegun, calm down. Let's be serious. So, what I'm simply saying, let's get serious, is that I'm not saying don't go to church. I will go too. I will only go 10 minutes before 12 because I don't have to waste my time deceiving myself by one pastor telling me the same thing I've heard many times, many years before, repeating it in another way to me, and I don't have that time. We should be looking forward and not backwards again. I'll go 10 minutes before. I'll just wait for them to shout Happy New Year, listen to some banger, smile with people, hug people, and come back home, sleep. The people who have been praying since 8 p.m., 7 p.m. into the new year, they would have fucked out. They will get home, sleep. By the time they wake up, to no plan, to nothingness. Those who have plan will still achieve something tomorrow, 1st of January 2025. If you have no plan for tomorrow and you think it's by praying into the new year that changes anything about you, wàá pẹ́ ń bẹ̀, wàá pẹ́ lẹ́pẹ́. Serious people are not going to pray tonight. I don't know which church is Dangote going to shout Happy New Year tonight, for instance. Which church? But he will make a lot of money selling petrol tomorrow. He will make a lot of money selling cement tomorrow. He will make more money selling flour tomorrow. He will make a lot of money selling sugar tomorrow. You will not get any plan to go shout for church. You think, say, by the change of that minute and hour from 12:00 to 12:01 will now suddenly automatically in the spiritual realm transform you or change your life or change your story. But when will you have sense, Seth? When will you have sense? Anyway, I just want to say Happy New Year. May God correct the sense of